What if I can save you $100 and fix your device in under 30 minutes? There's a 26% chance that your personal electronic device, such as personal computers, mobile phones, or MP3 devices, will break, crack, or malfunction within the first 2 years of ownership. I stand behind Tech World. We'll be able to fix your device faster, cheaper, and just as good as the original manufacturer. My name is Vincent Quigg, and I'm the CEO and founder of Tech World. Tech World lives and strives on our motto of being able to customize and fix your device while you wait. Locally, there's over 2,000 iPhones a month that are in need of diagnostic, repair, or even replacement. Tech World will provide that local, price-sensitive solution for the customer. Tech World is a parts and service business. We sell a part and provide a service attached to that. It's a service to customer, which means you bring in your device and have it fixed while you wait. It is a sole proprietorship. I decided to go with this legal structure because it is the lowest cost structure, and the only liability I take is the customer's device itself. I'm qualified to run this business because I'm extremely passionate about technology. I started servicing iPhones at age 13, and I've actually worked with Best Buy for the last 2 years. I'm actually proud to say that I was the youngest hire in the store's history. On top of that, this is something I'm already doing. I already have all the necessary tools and education to fix iDevices, and have access to further education if needed for further devices. I did do a little research in my area and found that I have a potential market of over 26,000. I did a survey at a local grocery market in Bellflower, California of 150 people aged 18 to 45. Found that 90% of those users owned a smartphone. 35% of those 90 had an issue within the first 2 years of owning their device. An astounding number. 62% said that they would use Tech World to service their device. You may be wondering what the other 38% said. They said that they would come to me if I had a storefront, and I'll get to that in a little bit. So you may be wondering, what kind of customers Tech World going to have? We have many different types of customers. Anybody who may use their cell phone instead of their landline, the technically challenged, the hipster who wants to customize their device, or even the everyday user. We also have many different customers from different areas. Mostly from Downey, Whittier, Bellflower, because that's where I work, live, and I'm currently going to school. On top of that, we have a very large competitive advantage over our competitors, such as Apple and iDevice Clinic. Not only are we able to offer a lower price, we give the customer the opportunity of coming in on a walk-in basis, so no appointments necessary. On top of that, we give the opportunity of you choosing whether you want original parts or aftermarket parts at a lower price. Another thing that people were asking me is, how are you going to get customers to come to the door and get them to come back? And that's easy. Using effective marketing, as well as keeping my prices low, I would be starting this business out of my garage, so I see no reason for having unsatisfied customers. On top of that, I'm also going to have a refer a friend promo. For every friend you refer to me, you get $5 store credit towards a future service or accessory purchase. To advertise my business, I would be using free and paid resources. Free as in Twitter and Facebook, which I currently have running, and paid resources such as business cards, my business website, and business flyers, which I also have running. Monthly, I would be spending $167 to promote. Tech World has many different types of services, but I decided to break down my most popular one, an iPhone screen repair. Cost on the screen itself is $26. My labor, which is zero here, I didn't include in my monthly salary, cost on one unit is $26. Average selling price of the screen repair is $80. So after cost, I'm looking at a contribution margin of $54. As you can see here, I am paying myself $384 a month. After advertising, depreciation on my iMac computer, and monthly trading dollars, which I'll use at the end of the year, I would be spending $665.25. A typical waking week at Tech World includes myself working part-time at Best Buy for 25 hours, until I plan on doing this full-time, and going to school 30 hours a week. The rest of my time would be devoted towards the new business. In the first year, I do expect to sell 384 units. Like any other business, start off slow, but once advertising kicks in, I do expect to see a sales increase between August and December with the release of the new iPhone and a lot more customers having the device in their hand, as well as the holiday season where a lot of people want to customize their device for their loved ones. To begin making profits, Tech World would need to sell 12.32 units a month, and that's based on a $54 margin because I have many different services. In my first year, after variable expenses, fixed operating expenses, as well as taxes, I'm looking at a net profit of $10,840. Keep in mind that this is based on an iPhone screen repair only and does not include any other services that I may provide. To start up, I would need to purchase parts to build inventory, as well as purchase storage and tools, and eventually file my business name with the state of California and run it in the local newspaper for 3 weeks. After emergency fund and my reserve for fixed expenses, I'm looking at $1,890 to begin. In my first year, based on first year's numbers, for every sale that TechWorld makes, we're looking at a return of 35 cents. For every dollar invested in TechWorld, we're looking at a return of $5.74. To fund my startup, I would be spending $1,740 out of my personal savings. I am allowing my brother to donate $150 because he says I never let him in on anything cool. So not only is TechWorld giving back to our customers, we're also giving back to the community. Every customer that walks in the door is guaranteed a solution before they leave. On top of that, we've teamed up with Cell Phones for Soldiers as well as OLPC. We're going to be an official drop-off location for anybody to bring used cell phones in, and it's going to be donated to our soldiers at war so they can contact their family members back home. As well as teaming up with OLPC, or One Laptop Per Child, who manufactures a solar-powered, waterproof laptop for third world country students. We'll be donating 5% of our profits to this organization, and we'll be donating 5 laptops in our first year to this foundation. For the next couple of years, I have decided, I wanted some goals for my personal and business goals. For my personal short and long-term goals, actually, let me go with my business. My business short and long-term goals, I do plan on expanding the range of devices I can repair, to eventually hiring and training some staff to expand the business to grow, and one day have a store in a high-traffic area near an Apple store, maybe. For my personal short and long-term goals, I do plan on attending Rio Hondo College in Whittier, California, and eventually transferring to either USC or Arizona State. I also want to start a blog for aspiring entrepreneurs who may have not got the nifty experience like I did. And I also want to leverage the business large enough to make profit to pay for my education. And one day launch a foundation in my grandmother's name to raise diabetes awareness. She's actually here today, and her lifelong dream is to visit New York. So if I'm given the opportunity, I'd gladly take her with me. Thank you very much, and remember, it's our world and it's the tech world.